Hey, good afternoon. I'm Mark Hunter, the Sales Hunter. Got Meridith Elliott Powell. This is a very special Sales Logic podcast. No, it's not a podcast. It's a mastermind session, isn't it? No, not really a mastermind. We're talking about the mastermind, aren't we? Good afternoon, Meridith.
Good afternoon. Everything that we're doing right now, it's unique because we're typically coming to you Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. But Mark and I've got something kind of special going on. So we thought we would just pop on live and discuss and get into detail of a unique opportunity that we have coming up in about a week or so.
Yeah. And since there's a lot of people who are going to be watching this that aren't familiar with it, we should kick it off with the video that we normally do. So let me go ahead and run the video and then we'll kind of get into what we're going to talk about.
Sounds good.
Prospect with integrity, we will get customers who have integrity. Integrity is the foundation from which everything is built on.
You better understand value. But at the end of the day, sales is a relationship business. It is a people business. It is an emotional business.
This is Sales Logic.
Well, like we said, it's Sales Logic, but not really a Sales Logic podcast. We're talking about the mastermind. And this is so cool because you and I have been talking about all the comments, the feedback we get. There needs to be something more we can do for people. So that's what we've done. We've set up a mastermind group and it starts this next week. We're going to be going for 6 months all the way through the end of the year. You've got the schedule in front of you there, right? Why don't we walk through each month, kind of what people can expect and how they're going to benefit from it?
Yeah. So, I want to start by saying, we put it together because we're headed into the two most important quarters of the year. I mean, you can argue that first and second are important quarters, but it is really how you finish the year that matters. That makes all the difference. There's so much opportunity in third and fourth quarter. And Mark and I wanted to build a mastermind about helping people keep the energy through third and fourth quarter, helping them really understand the skills when it comes to sales that need to happen in third and fourth quarter, and position yourself to finish 2021 really strong. I happen to believe there's more opportunity in third and fourth quarter than in first and second because your competition gets tired. They take their foot off the gas. Maybe they've achieved their goals or they're so far behind that they're not going to keep going. So this is really the intricacies of what it takes to sell effectively. Anybody is welcome into this mastermind. It doesn't matter if you're an entrepreneur or you work for a large corporation on a sales team. No matter what you sell, the market you're in, this mastermind is for you. But yeah, each month we are going to be covering a different topic and they work in order. They're going to have a compounding effect, one building on one another. If you can join us live, great. If not, we're going to have every session recorded, but we're going to do a topic. We're going to do a little hot seat where we help you really with some of your particular challenges. You're going to get great community and you're going to get accountability, all of which is going to help you be effective. But Mark, I will finally answer the question that you asked me. And the first thing that we're going to kick off with in July is really starting by understanding where you are, assessing where you are. Mark, what do we mean by that?
Well, when we say assess where you're at, we got to understand what's been the landscape for the first half of the year. What has been working right for you? What's not been working right? And how do we build on it? I always say this, one of the fastest ways to success is to build on your success. So when we talk about assess, it's not dwelling on the negatives. It's playing with your strengths and running with them. And that's what we're going to be doing in July. And I think this is really going to set the table then for the next 5 months, because if we make the assessment in July, we've still got 5 months with which to put it into action. So what happens in the month of August?
Yeah. Well, in the month of August, we're going to be pulling your strategy together because once we understand where you are and what Mark said with where you are, what we're really looking at is what really worked for you in first and second quarter. What didn't. I mean, part of the goal of this mastermind is to make you more productive, more efficient, and more effective. But once we understand where you've been, looking to where you go, what you need to accomplish by the end of the year, we're literally going to take all the thinking out of it. We're going to work together to write your strategy. So all you have to do is go to work. We're going to give you the information, give you the steps of exactly what it's going to take to not only achieve your goals, but far surpass them.
And that's what sets up the month of September, where we're going to be talking about flawless execution. Now, one of the nice things about doing that in September is we will have been together for a couple months as a group. People are going to be very comfortable. One of the things we're doing is we're sending out kind of a questionnaire, and we're asking, hey, how comfortable are you in terms of sharing? And almost everybody's saying, yeah, I'm comfortable. By the time September rolls around, we're going to have this unbelievable exchange of ideas and learning from one another, because one of the things about a mastermind group is you learn from one another. You and I happen to be in just an outstanding mastermind group where we were just together for several days and we exchanged a tremendous amount of ideas, and we all come away having learned from each other. And that's one of the things that this group, and that's why September, 2 months into it, man, it's going to take on a completely different level. Flawless execution. The other nice thing about it is you work with a lot of different companies. I work with a lot of different companies. I was just doing a webinar for a company just about an hour ago, and the questions they were raising were spot on because I had answers from another company I had worked with.
Right.
And you're going to be able to bring those insights. What is that going to allow people to do to really put together flawless execution as they see it and how it's going to work for them? So, okay, so now we're through the first quarter. What about the third quarter? What's the fourth quarter going to look like?
Well, I want to give a shout out to we've got some great people jumping in here and participating. So thank you, Joseph, and thank you, Sadir. So glad that you're here. Any questions you've got or anything, just put on the table. I want to tell I want to do a quick story, though, about flawless execution before we jump into October. I want to tell you how powerful this is. We're talking about execution. What we're really talking about is focus. And years ago, when I worked in financial services, I had a boss who came to me who said, we're going to close $300,000 a month in business loans. Now, that may not sound like a lot to any of you who are in financial services, but we didn't even have a small business department at the time, and we hadn't closed $1 in small business loans. I thought he was crazy. I thought it would never happen. But he said the way we're going to do it is we're going to get together every Monday morning, and all we're going to do is talk about who we're calling on, deals that are working, deals that aren't working, and we're going to help each other with what we're doing well, what we're not doing well. Within 4 months, we were closing $1 million in small business loans. I'd never seen anything like it. Execution and focus is powerful, and you really only get it through community.
And stop and think about that for a moment. It started off by saying 300,000 we can't get to, and yet collectively, you were at 1 million. You know, Jim Rohn used the line, you become the sum of the 5 people you associate with the most. So true. And that's what you were doing. You were associating with fellow bankers and you blew past that number. That again is what the Sales Logic Mastermind Group is all about. So, wow, what a great setup for the month of October. Share people, what is on tap for the month of October?
Well, in the month of October, because we're going to be really comfortable with each other by the month of October, and we're going to be able to share our wins without feeling like we're bragging, but more importantly, be really honest about where we're struggling and where we're even feel like we're failing a little bit. So October is all about fine tuning and reflecting, really looking deep into where things are going right, where they're not, and what can we do to really fine tune that sales strategy to make it even more effective. What I want you to understand is by this time, you're doing better than you were doing in July anyway. If you didn't show up in October, you're going to be great. But when we get you on board in October, we're going to dial it in. We're going to really roll up our sleeves, pull out kind of the big things that you could work on to really be even more effective. Thing about sales, it's about getting better and better.
There's something that you said there that is so powerful. It kind of like peeling an onion.
Yeah.
As you peel back the layers of an onion, you think you're at the onion, but you keep peeling back layers. Then you get to the real core of what you're looking for. Yeah. Mike, I love your we got a lot of comments that are coming in. This is absolutely fantastic. People are really jumping into it. And this really then sets up the month of November, which is tactics to stay focused and achieve maximum productivity. Here's what I find so very interesting. 2 times a year, people begin to lose focus. They lose focus in the summer and they lose focus in the month of November and December. Because what happens, there's too many other distractions. November is when we're going to zero in. And I'll tell you what, I know in my own business with my own people, it is amazing how if everybody's off running, doing anything and everything, nothing gets done. But when I'm laser focused, when my team's laser focused, it is amazing how much more successful we are. And that's what we're going to zero in on. How do you stay focused? And staying focused does not mean you work 24/7. Staying focused just means you're in the moment when you're in the moment. I don't know. You probably have some ideas you want to share on that too.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to let a single secret out because I'm going to save them all for the people coming into the mastermind. But I got to tell you, November, December, there is gold in the strategies that we're going to put into place in November and December, because Mark is exactly right. A couple of things happen. Number one, for a lot of us, it's holiday season. For others of us, we're just tired. The other is that people either already achieved their goals or they think, you know what? It's too late. I can't possibly do it. So it is like the waters parted and the air is clean. And this is your time to go in and make sales calls. But how you do it is incredibly important. It's delicate. It's holiday season for a lot of people. A lot of people are really busy, but we're going to give you those secrets and we're going to give you those strategies inside that mastermind. So you know what? Chances are by October, you're already moving past your goal. We're going to give you the stuff you need to not only do even better, but really the secrets of what it takes to sell consistently and effectively and help your customers when nobody else is showing up.
And I just got a text message. How do I join? You got to jump out to saleslogicpodcast.com.
Great.
You go to saleslogicpodcast.com. You're going to see right there. Here's how you get signed up and join us on this 6-month journey. So I can't stress that enough. I wish I had time to kind of put that in the bottom piece there, but I don't. So saleslogicpodcast.com. And hey, great question. Mike just raised this question. How can we effectively align sales and marketing teams for productive results? This sounds like a Sales Logic podcast question, but this is the type of stuff that we're going to be diving into at a very deep level. Because again, getting focused means you're using all of your resources and marshaling them together. Because I'd have a say, I bet, Joseph, what's happening is you've got marketing with some goals and sales with different goals. Well, that's kind of hard to get focused. But again, that's what we're going to be talking about. Hey, month of December, we are going to be really, how do you close strong and prep for a big 2022? The year 2022 begins before 2022. But it's that balance. How do I make sure I'm maximizing all of my sales in 2021 and setting myself up to win for 20? And there's some very specific, I got a lot of strategies. Again, I'm not going to reveal them, but I got some very specific strategies that you want to kind of go through to set yourself up, and you'll maximize and win.
Yeah, Joseph, I want to tell you that we're going to take your question and join us Saturday morning at 9:00 Eastern here. If not, just catch the replay. But make sure your question hits it into the Sales Logic podcast on Saturday morning, and we'll dive deep into that. We've got a lot of ideas. Let's talk about December, though. If we're honest, in December, there is dead time. And that dead time is budgets have closed out, or people are in holiday mode. When, in essence, other than one here or there, it's hard to get the deal to close. But there's gold in that time, because you can use that time to plant some seeds, to do some things that Mark alluded to, some strategies that make the first week of January where you hit the ground running. Listen, here's the thing about closing out 2021 and letting December be a dead month. If December is a dead month and you are not selling, you're not going to sell the first half of January. You've already wasted precious time. So we're going to show you inside this mastermind how to use even time that feels like it's dead to get the appointments you're going to need for the very first week of January. Because if you can get out the gate the first 2 weeks of January, you're light years ahead of your competitors. You're way out there in front.
Wow, you just hit a sore spot with me, because I'm always amazed at the number of salespeople that shut down. You and I have been part of a number of groups. And I remember conversations we were having with a larger group back in December of last year, where people, they're just going to kind of shut things down for the holidays. They'll worry about it after the first of the year. And then got into January and they were still wondering what was going on. And what we're saying is that if you waste the first 2 weeks of January, you've wasted 1/26th of the year.
Yep.
Congratulations. You've just wasted 2 weeks. Nice job. Hey, saleslogicpodcast.com. You see it on the screen there. Can't stress it enough. You need to jump over to that site right now and get signed up. Get in, because we have our first session this next week. What are some other things? Because I know we got a couple little bonuses that we're going to kind of throw in. I know I've got a couple bonuses I'm going to throw in.
I think the biggest bonus is the thing we've not even mentioned yet, is the fact that this mastermind is $197, not $197 a month. It is a total of $197 for 6 sessions, 6 pieces of strategy, for gold information, and the investment you need to make to push yourself over the edge to not only close out 2021 strong, but kick off 2022 way ahead of your competitors.
So if you think about it, that's about $1.10 a day or $1.12 a day for the last 6 months of the year. Is your sales quota for the year worth it? Yeah, it is. Again, you're right. We were really dumb, but we're really smart, because we want everybody to get into it. So saleslogicpodcast.com is where you need to go to get signed up. Our first session is going to be next Monday, which is what day? Because again,
26th.
What is that? The 26th? Yeah. And I'm going to tell everybody right now that if you get signed up by the 26th, you're going to be able to participate in another bonus that I'm offering later that same day on the 26th. So again, there's going to be a lot of kind of cool stuff that people are going to be able to get, but only if you're participating.
Yeah, I've got 2 bonuses that I'm going to give away. And one is my 4 key strategies to get yourself out of the price war and never compete on price ever again. And my other is my follow-up system, 16 ways to follow up without being annoying. Because, Mark, I believe the sale always happens in the follow-up. But the bonus for me is that I'm going to be an active participant in this mastermind. I can't wait. I can't wait to take my strategy to another level. I can't wait to get even more focused on my sales strategy and finish 2021 stronger than I thought and kick 2022 off even stronger.
Wait a minute. I haven't seen you sign up and pay the $197 for it yet. So anyway, but hey, you're right. I am too. I tell you what, anytime I'm with other salespeople and we're going to have the depth and the level of conversation we're going to be having, I'm going to be picking up ideas. And that's the value of it. Somebody asked me the other day, one of the members that have already signed up, what specifically are we going to get from it? And I go, man, if you ask me specifically, I'm not sure. Here's all the things we're going to be going through. Here's what, and you're going to come out of it with what you want to get out of it. That's the value of it. I don't think there's any way people can miss. That's why we want you to join.
Yeah, I think you're going to leave with a newfound appreciation for consistency all the questions answered in your head as to what to do and to how to do it. But most importantly, you're going to get a team of coaches, not only Mark and I, but the peers you're going to be in the mastermind with. Everybody objectively looking at what you're doing from a sales perspective and saying, try this. Give this a new idea. So, the thing is that sales can be lonely, and we get a lot of rejection in sales. Community is really important. And, I may be doing some things that are going really well, but be stuck in a place. And Mark just happens to be, that's his area of expertise. So he can give me input and advice and just get me over that hump. Sales masterminds are some of the most powerful things that you can be a part of.
And that's why, we are both part of a mastermind group. We love it. I've been part of other mastermind groups in the past. Absolutely fantastic. We want you to join. Hey, we got to kind of end this here real quickly. Any final thoughts? Any final ideas?
Just that, yes, Julie St. Pierre, you are right. It's hard to believe. Is it only $197 for the whole 6 sessions? That is absolutely right. You get all of it. You get the recordings. You get the worksheets we're going to send out, all of it for $197. I guess I just want to close it out by saying, I really hope you'll join us. Like I said, I'm definitely a leader in this mastermind, but I'm excited to be a participant. We're going to roll up our sleeves. We're going to get to work, and together we're going to finish this year strong and position ourselves strong for 2022. I don't have to tell you, if you own a business, if you're a sales professional, the marketplace is getting crowded out there. It's getting difficult to get the time and attention. If you're looking for ideas to get in the door, if you're looking for ideas on how to get really focused, if you want to know how to improve your sales conversation, close more deals, then join us. You're going to be really happy you did.
And I'm gonna say that, hey, if you're a sales manager, you got 3 or 4 salespeople, whatever, get each of your team members, get each salesperson in the group, because again, they are going to benefit from it. Yeah, it's people are chiming in with comments. I love it. It's absolutely terrific.
Yay, Julie, we're excited to have you.
Yes. And hey, it's saleslogicpodcast.com is where you need to go. $197. We kick the first session off next week. If you can't make them live, of course, you got the recordings, but you get all the handouts, you get the conversations with us. How can you go wrong? You really can't. So anyway, hey, but we should also tell people to join us next Saturday morning right here on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, however you happen to be joining us for the next Sales Logic podcast, where we get to talk about something really logical in the world of sales.
Well, join us Saturday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern, where Joseph and Sudhir, I really hope, Sudhir, I'm pronouncing your name correctly. I apologize if I'm not, but we'll answer that question right there, because we love questions from the audience. We'll discuss the alignment of the marketing team in sales, even when sales is being paid more. And Sudhir, we will definitely lay on the COVID effect with that. But right here on Sales Logic, every Saturday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern, we go live for 30 minutes discussing hot topics around sales.
And this is so funny because we keep adding time. We started out at 20, 22. Now you just said 30. What the heck's going on? Anyway, no, hey, we have a great conversation. Join us. What can I say? You will learn a lot. Hey, I'm Mark Hunter, and you've been also hearing from
Meridith Elliott Powell.
And this has been a little special broadcast, so to speak, of the Sales Logic podcast, talking about the mastermind. We'll see you next week.
We are super excited about the mastermind. Go to saleslogicpodcast.com, submit your questions, join the mastermind. But remember, join us here, 9 o'clock, Saturday mornings, Eastern time, and you will be a better salesperson for it. See you next week.
See you then. Take care.